Why do some women in their 60s and 70s possess a magnetic quality that can make men of all ages stop and take notice, while others seem to fade into the background? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Vernon, and today I'm going to reveal 4 things that older women do that drive men wild, making them take notice and sometimes even go crazy. The secret to this irresistible allure isn't about trying to look younger or changing who you are. And once you unlock these qualities, you'll realize you've been magnetic all along. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you never miss more valuable insights on how to embrace your power and charm at any age. Share this video with anyone who might benefit from discovering their own magnetic qualities. So, are you ready? Let's dive in and discover what makes older women so irresistibly alluring. Number 1. The art of authentic presence. This happened to my neighbor, Margaret, just last month. She's 63, a retired librarian with silver hair and laugh lines earned from decades of genuine joy. At a community book reading, I watched as 3 different men, including one in his early 40s, found reasons to engage her in conversation that evening. What was Margaret's secret? It wasn't makeup or designer clothes. Margaret had stopped trying to be someone else. She spoke with genuine interest about books she loved, shared stories without filtering them through what she thought others wanted to hear. And most importantly, she was fully present in each conversation. No nervous energy, no desperate attempts to prove her worth. Just authentic, grounded presence. This isn't just a charming coincidence. Research from the University of Rochester shows that authenticity is one of the strongest predictors of relationship satisfaction and attraction. When we stop performing and start simply being, we tap into what psychologists call authentic self-expression, and it's incredibly magnetic. Men are drawn to authenticity because it creates a genuine connection. When a woman embraces her true self, imperfections and all, she exudes confidence and comfort in her own skin, which is incredibly attractive. Men appreciate the ease of an interaction, where there's no pressure to impress, just real conversation and emotional depth. This natural flow fosters trust, vulnerability, and a sense of emotional safety qualities that are essential for lasting attraction and meaningful connections. The ancient wisdom reminds us that when you stop trying to be everything to everyone, you become irresistible to the right people. So, how can you harness this magnetic quality and make it part of your own life? Let go of perfection. Embrace your true self, imperfections and all. Vulnerability and honesty draw people in. Share your real thoughts and experiences without over-editing. Engage with curiosity. Focus on understanding others rather than impressing them. Ask questions, share stories, and build deeper connections through authentic conversations. Prioritize self-awareness. Regularly reflect on your core values, passions, and joys. Align your actions with your true self to show up more authentically. Take your time. Let relationships unfold naturally. Avoid rushing or forcing outcomes. Enjoy the process of getting to know others. By focusing on these practical steps, you can embrace your authentic presence and naturally attract the right kind of people. It's not about trying to impress. It's about showing up fully as who you are. And trust me, when you do, you'll find that authenticity is not only magnetic, it's transformative. Margaret's authentic presence was magnetic, but there was something more that made her conversation so compelling. She possessed a quality that only comes with years of lived experience, a deep emotional intelligence we'll explore, that allowed her to truly connect with others on a meaningful level. Number 2. The power of emotional intelligence. The Roman philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself." In your way of thinking, This timeless wisdom speaks to the core of what truly matters in relationships: our mindset and emotional understanding. Modern neuroscience supports this ancient insight, revealing that emotional intelligence, EQ, is a stronger predictor of success in relationships than IQ or physical attractiveness. Dr. Daniel Goleman's groundbreaking research on emotional intelligence shows that our ability to perceive, understand, and respond to emotions, both our own and others, shapes how we connect with those around us. But here's where older women hold a distinct advantage. Your life experiences have gifted you with an emotional depth that younger individuals can't replicate. You've faced challenges that have shaped your emotional resilience and intuition. You've supported children through heartbreak, comforted friends through loss, and navigated the complex emotions of caring for aging parents. These profound experiences have given you a rich emotional vocabulary that allows you to connect on a deeper, more meaningful level. Emotional intelligence is like a vintage wine, it only improves with age. Over time, you've learned the subtle nuances of human nature, gained empathy from real-life experiences, and developed the ability to respond with grace and understanding. This wisdom is something that can't be taught in classrooms or gleaned from books. It's cultivated from living through both joyous and painful moments, each one sharpening your emotional insight. When you combine this emotional wisdom with the authenticity we discussed earlier, you create something truly extraordinary and individual, who understands not just their own feelings, but can read and reflect the emotions of others. You become someone who can see into a man's heart, offering him the space to be his most authentic self, which is profoundly attractive because it's so rare. Men are drawn to emotional intelligence because it fosters trust, vulnerability, and connection, things that are far more enduring than surface-level attraction. To cultivate and harness your emotional intelligence, here are a few practical steps you can take. Practice active listening. Focus fully on what others are saying without judgment or interruption. This deepens your connection and shows empathy. Reflect on your emotions. Take time to understand your own feelings and triggers. Journaling or meditation can help you process and respond more thoughtfully. Develop empathy. See things from others' perspectives to respond more compassionately, creating deeper connections. Express your emotions authentically. Be open about your feelings. Authentic expression builds trust and strengthens relationships. What emotional wisdom have you gained over the years that surprises even you? Share your insights in the comments below. I believe we all have something valuable to learn from each other. By embracing and sharing our emotional intelligence, we not only enrich our own lives but also deepen the relationships around us. But this emotional intelligence that develops over decades creates a foundation for something even more powerful. Number 3. The Grace of SelfAcceptance. Helen Mirren, the celebrated actress who, at over 70, radiates a kind of confidence that comes from embracing herself fully. She has often spoken about how aging has given her the freedom to be unapologetically herself. Mirren's ease with her age and appearance is part of what makes her so magnetic, especially to younger generations. This kind of self-assurance doesn't come from striving for perfection. It comes from embracing who we are, imperfections, flaws, and all. Mirren shows us that the power of self-acceptance isn't about trying to look younger or conforming to society's beauty standards. It's about honoring your life, your journey, and your unique qualities. This grace of self-acceptance is incredibly alluring and something that only deepens with time. Self-acceptance becomes more accessible as we age, particularly after 60. For many older women, this shift is a liberating movement, away from seeking approval and validation from others, to a place where they are fully comfortable and at peace in their own skin. The truth is, self-acceptance is not just about feeling better. It's also about being more attractive to others. Research from Stanford University backs this up. Dr. Kristen Neff's studies on self-compassion reveal that those who accept themselves not only lead happier lives, but are also more magnetic to others. This acceptance frees up emotional energy that was previously tied up in self-criticism, allowing for deeper, more authentic connections. So, how can you embrace self-acceptance in your own life? Here are a few practical ways. Practice self-compassion. Instead of criticizing yourself for perceived flaws, treat yourself with the same kindness you would a dear friend. Recognize that everyone has imperfections, and that's part of what makes you uniquely you. Celebrate your journey. Reflect on everything you've accomplished and how much you've learned. Acknowledge the wisdom that comes with age, and embrace it as part of your strength. Shift focus from perfection to progress. Stop trying to meet impossible standards. Instead, focus on the progress you've made and the things that truly matter to you. When you make self-acceptance a part of your daily life, it transforms not only how you feel about yourself, but how others perceive you as well. By embracing your true self, you exude an energy of confidence and authenticity that naturally attracts people who value you for who you are, not who you're trying to be. It's the foundation for deeper connections and more meaningful relationships, because when you stop hiding behind perfection or self-doubt, you create space for others to do the same. This openness fosters trust, mutual respect, and a sense of true belonging. Self-acceptance gives you the freedom to be authentically yourself, but it also provides the foundation for making conscious choices about where you invest your most precious resource. This brings us to perhaps the most transformative insight of all. Number 4. The wisdom of selective attention. This is maybe the most insight that might completely change how you view your own desirability. Let me share a story about my friend Ellen, who at 63 transformed her entire approach to relationships through understanding this principle. Ellen had always been what people called a giver. She said yes to everyone, tried to please everyone, and made herself available to anyone who needed her attention. Then she read something that changed everything. The ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus wrote, "Wealth consists in not having great possessions, but in having few wants." Ellen realized this applied to attention as well. Her attention was her most valuable possession, and she had been giving it away too freely. She began what she called conscious choosing. Instead of responding to every text immediately, she responded thoughtfully. Instead of accepting every social invitation, she chose the ones that truly interested her. Instead of trying to maintain surface-level friendships with dozens of people, she invested deeply in relationships that mattered. The psychological principle behind this is what researchers call scarcity theory. When something is rare and valuable, it becomes more desirable. But Ellen's selective attention wasn't a manipulation tactic. It was a genuine expression of her values and priorities. The men in her life began to value her time and attention more highly. They started making a real effort to engage her interest rather than expecting her to be automatically available. Modern neuroscience supports this ancient wisdom of Dr. Matthew Lieberman's research at UCLA shows that when we feel someone's attention is genuinely earned rather than automatically given, it activates reward centers in our brain similar to winning a prize. This creates what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement, one of the most powerful forces in human motivation. But here's the deeper wisdom that ties everything together. Selective attention is a powerful tool, but it can only be fully realized when you have authentic presence, emotional intelligence, and self-acceptance. When you don't truly know who you are, how can you consciously choose where to direct your energy? If you're not grounded in self-acceptance, it's impossible to truly value your own attention, which means you might end up giving it away to things that don't align with your true needs or desires. Moreover, the ability to discern what deserves your attention, whether it's relationships, opportunities, or personal growth, requires emotional intelligence. It's this wisdom that allows you to sift through life's distractions and focus on what truly nurtures your well-being. Without these qualities, you're left at the mercy of external influences, rather than being the conscious creator of your own life's direction. To implement selective attention in your life, start by consciously prioritizing where you invest your time and energy. Recognize that your attention is one of your most valuable resources, and treat it as such. Practice saying no to things that don't align with your core values, and say yes only to those things that truly resonate with your authentic self. This doesn't mean cutting people off, but creating boundaries that protect your well-being. Over time, this selective attention will help you build deeper, more meaningful relationships and cultivate the space you need to grow into the person you truly want to be. This is why I saved this insight for last. It's the culmination of the other three. When you combine authentic presence, emotional intelligence, self-acceptance, and selective attention, you become what I call irresistibly unavailable. Not playing hard to get, but genuinely being someone whose attention and companionship is a privilege to earn. Think about the most attractive people you know at any age. They all possess this quality. They're present when they're with you, emotionally intelligent in their responses, completely comfortable with who they are, and selective about where they invest their precious time and attention. If you know someone who could benefit from these insights, don't hesitate to send this video with them. They might just discover the key to unlocking their own magnetic presence and emotional wisdom. Conclusion. As we conclude today's exploration, I want you to understand something profound. These 4 secrets aren't techniques to learn. They're treasures you already possess. The authentic presence, emotional intelligence, self-acceptance, and selective attention we've discussed, these are the natural fruits of a life well lived. The ancient Greek word Sophia means wisdom, but it also carries the meaning of skill in living. At 55, 60, 70, and beyond, you have developed skills in living that younger people simply cannot possess. Your experiences have refined you, your challenges have strengthened you, and your journey has given you perspectives that are genuinely rare and valuable. The tragedy is that our culture often tells us that our value diminishes with age, when the truth is that our deepest attractiveness, of the kind that creates lasting connections, is just beginning to reach its full expression. You are not competing with younger women. You're offering something entirely different and infinitely more valuable. Your presence carries weight. Your emotions run deep. Your self-knowledge is hard-earned. And your attention is precious because you've learned its true worth. I encourage you to reflect on your own journey and see how far you've come. Share this video with anyone who may need to hear these truths, and remind them of the immense power they hold. Hit like and subscribe to my channel so you can continue exploring the wisdom that comes with age and experience, and turn on the notifications to stay updated on the valuable insights coming your way. Remember, you are not past your prime. You are in your prime. The question isn't whether you're still attractive. It's whether you're ready to embrace the full power of who you've become. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery.